I don't want to see the screen. Oh my goodness, yay! Oh my goodness. Just trying to figure this out. This angle is not my favorite angle. Alrighty. Hello, this is Jen Hart with Jen Hart Be Awesome. I have a little kitty here. What's her name, sir? Your name is JP. You don't want to be on TV. That's fine. I might go live on my phone, but it's hard to read comments. But I'm so happy to be here. It's my first live using my webcam and my first live on YouTube since I got the authorization to do so. So I'm very excited. Today I want to talk about ADHD and burnout. And that it is common among all humans, including people with ADHD. Anybody who is slightly neurodiverse or has trauma or has autism or any sort of thing is that anything different than a typical person. Like burnout is a common phenomenon when you're not taking care of yourself. The reason why it might be heightened or more challenging for someone with ADHD or the like is because the self-care practices aren't really in place fully sometimes. Self-regulation emotionally isn't always there. The time it takes to recalibrate to a position where you're not burnt out takes a little bit longer. It could be because if you're burnt out from a job, you might need to leave that job or change the job um, to where your ability and bandwidth either is expanded or contracted based on your needs. Um, what else were we going to talk about? ADHD and burnout. I am an interesting coach. I work with life, whether or not you want to change your job, change your body, change your mind, change your relationships. That's what I work primarily with people. And I first start with the self and I work with mindset because when you have things like ADHD, like myself, uh, working with the self is the thing that you have most control over anyway. Even though it doesn't always feel that way, because especially when I was younger, I felt like I was in zero control of my emotional life, whether or not I would be impulsive, whether or not I had emotional reactions that were extreme, which there were. And there were a few causes. One cause was ADHD. The second cause was that I grew up in some trauma. So I didn't learn how to self regulate. And as I got older and learned skills like DBT and cognitive behavioral therapy and pausing, a lot of those practices got better. Am I a perfect person? No. Whether or not I have ADHD or not, I will probably never be perfect in the whole self regulation game because I'm human. And I like to normalize anybody who experiences extremes in emotional life or impulsivity because humans gonna human. And sometimes that's a human emotion. Can it be exaggerated with ADHD? Absolutely. Can it be exaggerated in trauma? Absolutely. Can it be exaggerated if you have a different brain? Absolutely. Whether or not you have an addictive brain, whether or not you have a neurodiverse brain from various different things, whether or not your brain is on any cylinder that is not typical. So I work with people who want the support and want guidance and are willing to take their power back, take their energy back. So, in terms of ADHD burnout, a few different things is like I said earlier, is that it is very much tied to self care. And a lot of people do not know how to care for themselves, whether it's ask themselves, am I hungry? Am I tired? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Whether or not when they're working to pause when before they write the nasty email, whether or not they are taking sufficient enough time when they're not working to be able to fill their own cup, whether it is with gratitude, whether it's with things that are just taking care of the body, whether it's movement, whether it's food, whether it's supplements, whether it's medication. Sometimes because the brain is going on 1,000 miles per second and lots of tabs open, the process of self-care, whether it's an organized environment, organized to your brain, not to other people's brains, unless you cohabitate with other people, and that's a whole other thing that can be supported. But if your internal environment is a reflection of your external environment, and your external environment is chaos, your internal environment most likely is chaotic too. And I help people slow down just enough because I can't turn off your brain, but you can. And maybe not turn it off, but like re-regulate how your energy in your life is affecting you, and how you can reduce the amount of times you burn out, the amount of energy that you're spending where it's harming you. And you can always recalibrate and use the energy and gain more bandwidth to do the things that you love to do the things that you have infinite energy for. If you're spending 12 hours in hyper focus and something you really love, you have energy for those things. So we can organize your life in a way where all the mundane things are the things that take away energy from you, like toxic people, which not people aren't toxic, but people's behaviors and actions can be toxic. So eliminating or reducing the stress of others, reducing the stress externally, which is your home, your kitchen, your laundry, your mental state, your emotional state, your physical health, all those things combined help reduce the amount of burnout you will feel. And sometimes life is going to happen, and you're like, if you have 10 things that are hitting you at once, whether it's at work, whether it's personal, where you have some grief going on, where there are personal changes going on, like say you got divorced and you need to move and your kid is freaking out and your ex is being a butthead, all those things is going to cause a little bit of overwhelm, and it could lead to burnout if you don't have some process or like a system. And I'm not a very structured person because it's not my personality. But I do have rules that help me remember to do things. Like I will remember if I'm going to work out, it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It gets confusing for my brain if I don't set those kind of rules, just because I have so much on my plate. I have a lot of people to attend to. I have a lot of life happens, but I can be adaptable. And that's part of the process of learning how to be an awesome human being with or without ADHD, and how you reduce your overwhelm in general. So please comment below or write in the chat if you're here. But since you're not here, I don't see anybody on the live stream, but I'm so happy you're here, whether or not you're watching this on the recording or not. What would you like to reduce your burnout on right this very moment? Is it your physical space? Is it your emotional space? Is it your financial space? Is it your physical body space? Is it your mind? Give me a heads up, and I would love to make a topic on YouTube about it, maybe on my Instagram and Facebook and all the things. I would love to support you more. You can always check the description below to see, and watch all the videos that I might have to see if anything supports you on your journey. Whew. As a 47, I can't believe I'm saying it, 47-year-old woman who sometimes looks like I'm 12 and sometimes looks like I'm 85. But depending on the amount of burnout or at least energy that I'm expending that is not filling my cup. And I'm not used to the camera, so I apologize. I'm here to help. My lifetime experience in social work, lifetime experience working many jobs, including when I was in my 20s and where I would job hop because I had an impulse issue of like something disrupted me, I'm bouncing. I mean, I did do a lot of retail then, and that's also part of that world as well, but definitely I did not have the stamina and resilience to deal with the things that would trigger the jump. This is why I work for myself. Because not because I don't play well with others, it's just I don't prefer other people's rules, and I like to set my own, for my own mental health and well-being, but that doesn't mean that you can't work in an environment that is supportive of you. And if you need help finding that, if you need help organizing your life in your mind, body, spirit, external, I would love to support you. So comment below, let me know what you would like to learn, and I will make a video about it. All right, ta-ta for now. Bye.